Shalom. First thing and foremost, we give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noise in his gospel, broad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is another lesson through the Spirit. This is an article that the beloved brothers posted in the group chat yesterday, and it says where chip implants are heading should terrify all of us. Now, what you see here is a depiction of RoboCop. If anybody remember that movie RoboCop, when the guy basically was eliminated and then they turned him into a cyborg with superhuman strength to fight crime. Well, to be technically honest, through Esau's super soldier program and also his military and shit like Boston Dynamics and how they're deploying this technology to these particular military bases through the funding of DARPA and the Pentagon, it's easy to see that Esau can release prototypes like this, man. And we know that through the hour of martial law, we understand that Esau Edom will very well use his sword, because this is all part of the sword, man. Okay? And the world was completely getting caught off guard by all this because, everybody's focused on these terrorists, which they should be, because, this place is getting ready to fall. It's falling rapidly. And I mean, to say that's an understatement. This man kingdom is going down, but while everybody is facing and trying to focus on how to rekindle their life, they have a plan to eliminate 6.5 billion people, man. Going back into the Georgia Guidestones, and they're gonna use military to do a lot of that outside of the germ warfare, the chemical warfare, military invention, world war, the foods, the air. They're gonna deploy military to dispatch to the streets of America, and they're gonna have their way with you people. Okay, so it says here, recent advancements in neuro and biointegrated chip implants have sparked widespread discussion about their potential to transform human capabilities, with applications ranging from medical breakthroughs to cybernetic enhancements, reminiscent of a science fiction, basically a superhuman. It says from brain Bluetooth to full RoboCop, where chip implants will be headed soon. Published by The Conversation, explores the trajectory of this technology, highlighting both its promise and its ethical complexities. It says, drawing on insights from multiple news sources, this article examines the current state of chip implants and their projected future, weaving together perspectives on innovation, societal impact, and challenges ahead. Okay, meaning that they want to make this like some type of new AI hybrid army, and also enhancing humans. And with these 15-minute smart cities and this new innovation of AI through what they call Stargate, which they spent $500 billion to create a new AI infrastructure, which hence to bring in a new world order, you're literally going to have superhumans walking around here. Hence is why the men in the Lord will need spiritual intervention in that day. Okay, because Esau is getting ready to release these toys on you people, and y'all ain't ready for it, man. It says here, it says the conversation reports outlines how chip implants are evolving beyond simple medical devices such as cochlear implants or pacemakers to sophisticated systems capable of interfacing directly with the brain and enhancing physical abilities, superhumans. Neural implants, often dubbed brain Bluetooth, are being developed to treat neurological disorders like Parkinson's disease or epilepsies by modulating brain activity. And also, I saw this thing. I think it was a promotion for Black Mirror season 7 when they had this. It's called like an in chip, matter of fact, I got the video on my phone. Matter of fact, let me do this real quick. I actually got the video here. Shit. I actually got the video here. Where is it at? I think I got it still. I thought I had it. Yep, here. Now, this is promoted for Black Mirror, and I looked up the research on it, and they said that it wasn't real. This is like in promotion of Black Mirror season 7, but nonetheless, this artificial universe of simulation into metaverse through video games and shit like Apple Vision Pro, I guarantee that they got shit like this, man. All right, and I'm willing to bet my best dollar on it. Salakia. Because last week, over the weekend, I was speaking to my neighbor downstairs, and she was like, "Here, come here." I said, "What's up?" She said, "You know what I got on?" I said, "What's that?" She said, "I have on some AI meta glasses." I'm like, "AI meta glasses?" I'm like, "Oh, wow, really?" She said, "Yeah, try them on." And she said, "When you try them on," she said, "ask where you are. And it's going to take a picture, and it's going to tell you exactly what's what." So she gave me the glasses. I tried them on, and they looked like they were Ray-Bans, right? And then she was like, "Well, ask where you are." So I was like, "Where are we at?" And then it spoke to me, and it took a picture, and it said, "You are in a parking lot surrounded by vehicles and trees." You know, that's a basic algorithm. But nonetheless, they're showing you how they're getting ready to gravitate to this whole metaverse shit, man. Okay, from video games to movies to Apple Vision Pro, all this is getting ready to be the new norm. And I'm like, "Well, how much did you pay for that?" She said she paid roughly $241 for it because she's all into the AI shit. In the back of my mind, I'm like, "Well, yeah, you gonna take the chip with no hesitation." You know what I'm saying? But to show you that they're moving to this technology, and this is all part of the sword, man. Okay, and he has the plan to eliminate, well, the Most High has a plan to eliminate 66.6% of you Israelites out there, of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. So anyway, let me get a precept real quick, and then we'll get back to the video. But I found that this was interesting. So this is the book of Genesis 27, and I'm going to start at verses 37. It says, "And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I've made him thy Lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants. And with corn and wine have I sustained thee. And what should I do now unto thee, my son?" So this is the blessing that Isaac is getting ready to put upon Esau, which is the so-called white man today. And it reads, and it says, "Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father." And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, "Behold, thy dwelling should be the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven from above." And this is why he have all the lands. This is why he have access to the technology. This is why he have access to the air. Okay, this is why he's able to manipulate weather. And this is the reason why he's able to hit you with drone strikes from anywhere in the world, because that was his blessing. And the reason it says, "And by thy sword shalt thou live." This is why his military, and he pride himself in his military might. You know, America is the greatest military in the world, the greatest superpower. And then when you talk to the average Edomite, the average Edomite, man, he got guns and weapons and ammunition for days. You know? And it reads, and it says, "And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck." Okay? So it says by the sword he shall live, and this is part of it. So he's innovating shit around the clock just to come up against you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because he understands that there's a spirit within us. Once activated, that's nothing that he can do, say, or plead with the Most High about his people. So therefore, his end is near, and he's getting ready to crash the fuck out. You know, and it's what this article is going into. And it reads, it says, "In a recent Reuters article noted Neuralink's progress in testing implants that allow paralyzed individuals to control digital interfaces using only their thoughts, with clinical trials showing early success in restoring limited motor functions," which is part of the miracles he speaks about in Revelation 13. It says, "Beyond medical applications, chip implants, and venturing into the realm of human augmentation, the conversation reports reference the possibility of full RoboCop-style enhancements." Shit. You know, RoboCop, he couldn't feel no pain because technically he was already dead. Okay, they integrated him with this exoskeleton / AI program, and he became a super soldier, and they used him to fight crime and to do their bidding. Because his ultimate Esau's ultimate purpose is to create the perfect soldier. Like when you go into Captain America and the Winter Soldier, that serum that they were using to make men more physically appealing, you know, instead of being able to sprint 400 meters or 400 yards. You're able to sprint 2-3 miles without getting tired. You're able to jump off buildings and do all types of shit. And this is the reason why we're gonna need spiritual power, man. Okay, I refuse to believe that the Most High is gonna leave us out here bare naked, just depending on our own strength to get from point A to point B so we can survive this thing. I refuse to believe that, man. Okay, that has to be a standard. That has to be something that has to be lifted up to combat this shit, because the left hand is totally out mitigating the right hand on a physical level right now. But on a spiritual level, the right hand is far winning. And this is why he's coming with this. Okay, but the Most High is getting ready to even the playing field. You know, why Esau was on his Majin Vegeta shit. You know, we getting ready to go to Super Saiyan 3 on this nigga, you know. And it says here, it says the popular science echoed the sentiment reporting on DARPA, which stands for, I forgot, I know what it stands for, but I can't. It's DARPA, which Defense something Research something, right? But let me look it up. DARPA, which stands Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. That's not hard to remember, but I'll forget that shit. It says Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, and they get hit with billions of dollars in funding and grants from places like BlackRock and Vanguard and BlackRock, you know, and which is owned by the small hats, and they put billions of dollars into creating this technology, because BlackRock and DuPont, not DuPont, but BlackRock and Vanguard, I believe, they said that they own twice the amount of wealth than California's GDP. And you know, California was relatively a rich and wealthy state, but they said BlackRock and Vanguard owns twice as much as collateral and monetary value than the fucking state of California. Now make that shit make sense. So it ain't nothing to put a couple of billion into these things, man. And eventually you'll see them walking in your streets. Okay, they even speculated that people are already out here with this type of technology in them, and I wouldn't doubt it. You know, putting a human body and human skin on exoskeleton robots and drones and AI. It's getting ready to get real confusing out here. And it says here, funding projects exploring the bio-integrated chips that can improve soldiers' endurance or decision-making under stress. So it says, such developments raise for the prospect of future when it implants blur the line between the human and machine, enabling capabilities like real-time language translation or enhancing memory recall. And you know what? This is appealing to the people's minds. So, hey, this can compel people to want to get the chip too. You know? And if you're in the military, hey, they may just fit you with this. It says, however, these advancements come with technical hurdles, including ensuring long-term biocompatibility or compatibility, and preventing immune rejection, as highlighted in a Wired article discussing the challenges of scaling BCIs for widespread use, man. Okay, so this shit is getting ready to go down. This dude is getting ready to lose his damn mind, and he's getting ready to come up against you tribes. Okay, so let's go to the book of Psalm 64 real quick, because we're going to need spiritual power. No ifs, ands, or buts. But it says here that they may shoot in secret at the perfect, and suddenly they do shoot at him and fear not. And this is part of it. It says they encourage themselves in an evil matter, and they commune of laying snares privately, and they say, who shall see them? It says they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, and both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. The mind is deep. You know, they got their think tanks, they got their elites that sit in these laboratories and these observation facilities, and they come up with technology to try to come up against the Lord's anointed. Okay, because really they're doing this shit to really match the elect, because they understand it's something within us that would get activated once hell break loose. Lord's will, we of that number. And it says here, but the Most High should shoot at them with an arrow, and they should suddenly be wounded. And right, the arrow is starting with the truth. Okay, this is why that they're trying all types of shit to get us off the internet, man. To the point free speech is under attack. This is why you can't say nigga on TikTok no more. Okay, I can't even post a video, a non-offensive video. I can't even post it on YouTube without getting hit with cyber harassment. I could say, hey, shalom, or I can type a scripture. They'll take my comment down saying I'm cyberbullying. Like, how the fuck this piece results into cyberbullying? Make that make sense, right? But it says here, so they should make their own tongue to fall upon themselves, and all that see them may flee away. Okay, because you got a lot of whistleblowers out there as well. You know? Revelation 12. Revelation 12 and 12, it says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth he have a short time. So he's getting ready to lose it. You know, and you women out there, hey, this is why you're going to have to be with a man of the Most High. Just point blank, period. Ain't nothing you can do. You women can't fight shit like this. Hell, you women can't even fight you can't even fight an opposing predator off you, let alone a super soldier coming up to you trying to take what you got, kicking in your door and grabbing you and your sons and daughters up and throwing you head first in a black van and shipping you off to the nearest concentration camp. You people ain't ready, man. All right? And the Most High is getting ready to open up on you niggas, finally. Ezekiel 21 and 7. And it says here, matter of fact, let's start at 6. It says, sigh therefore, thou son of man, with the breaking of thy loins, and with the bitterness sigh before thy eyes. And it shall be, when they say unto thee, wherefore sighest thou? That thou shalt answer, it says, for the tidings, because it cometh, and every heart shall melt, and the hand should be feeble, and every spirit should faint, and all knees should be weak as water. Okay, because, hey, the time of Jacob's trouble is going to bring utmost fear and dread in the earth, man. It's getting ready to be a time like any other time. It's getting ready to be that goddamn terrifying out here. Okay, they say that the day is darkest before the dawn, and we're getting ready to enter some murky, muddy waters, to the point this whole system is going to fall, and this place is going to erupt in chaos. Everywhere you go, there's going to be chaos. Even in the rural areas, it's going to be chaos. You know, people are turning against one another. The love of one another is growing cold. People are crashing out on one another. It's getting real ridiculous. Like the brother sent a video this morning. A cop got ran over by a four-wheeler right at the camp spot we used to prophesy at maybe a month ago. Right there where we used to prophesy at, a fucking cop got ran over. You know, and you know what? It is what it is. Because I guess he was trying to pull a Jake off the thing, and Jake shugged him off. And then this stupid fucking cop runs straight towards the bike. Jake willied that motherfucker and ran his dumb ass over and took off on him, man. Call lawyer Howard Shai, because you Edomites, hey, people are defying law enforcement. You got YNs in Chicago shooting at fucking cops, man. Okay, people are defying the government. They're like, fuck y'all. People ain't filing taxes. People are crashing out on their baby mamas. People don't give a fuck no more. You know? And you devils, your chickens are coming home to roost. This world is fed up with you. Okay? And it reads, and it says, and hands should be feeble, and every spirit shall faint, and all knees should be weak as water. And behold, it cometh, and it should be brought to pass, says the Lord Yahweh. Okay? So let's go down to verse 9. It says, son of man, prophecy and say, thus says the Lord, a sword is sharpened and furbished. It says, it is sharpened to make a sword slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. It says, so should we then make mirth? Right, because out of all the wickedness that's getting ready to happen on the planet Earth, you niggas are steady in the spirit of mirth. Oh, yeah, we gonna travel. I'm getting my bag. I'm in my bag. 2025 is looking like it's getting ready to be a year of an economic collapse, man, because, I mean, it's likely this shit can collapse this year. Especially with the tariff game Trump is playing. Hey, China ain't playing with this place, man. China, if you lose China and you keep fucking with China, this place goes. China alone can pull a plug on this place, and you'll be a third world country overnight. And you want to play games, like I said in the previous video, Trump has no leverage, man. Okay, America, you don't have any leverage. Your military, nobody's afraid of you anymore. You got a bunch of transmissions in your military, a bunch of damn women. Okay, they'd rather join the military just to do TikTok dances and show off how fat they ass is and fatigues. You have no leverage over the world no more. People ain't fucking afraid of you. It's just these stupid idiots you call citizens here is the ones that's still doing their everyday business because they worried about losing the little shit you get ready to take from them anyway. Okay, the holdup is these stupid fucking Americans. That's the holdup. Other than that, don't nobody respect your ass no more. Nobody fear your police department. Nobody fears your military. Nobody fears your judges. Nobody fears this shit no more. People like, fuck you. I'll put one in you and go home and eat some fucking honeycombs like ain't nothing happened. That's the spirit that's coming out here. and it's gonna get ready to turn out. Hey, this summer gonna be a violent summer, man. Okay, let this terror shit continue. And it says, and it is sharpened to make a sword slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. So should we then make mirth? It says, it contemned the rod of my son as every tree, and ye have given it to be furbished that it may be handled. The sword is sharpened, and it is furbished to give into the hand of the slayer. The slayer is Esau, man. It says, cry and howl, son of man, for it should be upon my people. It should be upon all the princes of Israel. Terrors by reason of the sword be upon my people. Smite therefore upon the thigh, man. Okay, so with that, all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai. Lord's will you edify to the next lesson. Shalom.